Okay, I think we're ready to get started. So hi everybody, and welcome to the Pepperjam Affiliate Network Advertiser webinar on peak holiday planning. My name is Shana Cavuto, and I manage the customer care team here at Pepperjam. So thank you all so much for joining today. Feel free to submit questions to the chat box on the right. I'll review and answer these at the end of the webinar. I will also be sending everyone in attendance a takeaway package following the webinar, which includes a checklist and some helpful tips. So what is peak? Peak is the maximum point, degree, or volume of anything. And for the retail community, peak happens during the holiday season. Key shopping dates are quickly approaching, so this is an important time to prepare your program. We'll review how to conduct a thorough audit of your program and move on to best practices, optimization tactics, and promotional planning. First, let's take a look at some insights from holiday last year. Retail e-com growth last year was the highest since 2010, and the forecast for this year is real strong at 16% growth. I think it's also interesting to note that while foot traffic in-store was on the decline last year, the traffic in-store was influenced by digital. I know many of you also fall within the clothing and accessory verticals, and those verticals saw slower growth last year in comparison to other verticals. Now these are some insights from the network from our analytics team. We found that cyber deals are launching earlier than ever, up to 4 days prior to Thanksgiving. Shoppers are also coming back to desktop. For Cyber Weekend last year, there was a 20% increase in desktop revenue year over year. Sub-affiliate networks such as VigLink and Skimlink saw the most significant increases in revenue year over year at 30%. We also saw growth with coupon and deal publishers. We also found commission rates were at their highest on Cyber Monday. The average commission rate was 11% higher than the previous year's average. We'll talk about some opportunities for exposure in exchange for increased commissions shortly. When planning for peak, there are several key shopping dates to be mindful of. We're all familiar with Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but there are some other key dates such as Singles' Day that are quickly growing in popularity. Singles' Day began as an anti-Valentine's Day founded by college students in China in the 1990s. Last year, revenue generated on Singles' Day eclipsed Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales in the U.S. I'll be sharing a copy of this calendar with all of you following the webinar. So the first step in preparing your program for holiday is to conduct a thorough audit of your program. Auditing your program is arguably the most important task to do for your program. This should be done on a regular basis, but it's essential to complete prior to peak. A thorough audit should include an in-depth review of tracking, creative, publishers, and commission rates. Let's take a look at each of these items in more detail. Let's start with link auditing. The best way to start is by exporting all links from your program. Within each creative section of your account, you'll see an option to download a CSV. Check to make sure that all links are formatted correctly and include any parameters you need for tracking. Review all of your links to make sure they are valid and resolved properly. You want to complete a link audit for all creative types in your account, including your product feed. Deep linking allows for publishers to designate a landing page of their choice that will include their affiliate tracking. Creatives that allow deep linking tend to convert better, so check to see if your links allow deep linking and test to make sure they work. Always allow for deep linking where possible. If you do allow deep linking, ensure that your parameters carry through. Many publishers on the network utilize the Deep Link Generator tool, and they cannot use this if deep linking is not enabled on the generic link. If you are utilizing any third-party analytics tools such as Core Metrics or Google Analytics, review your tracking tags or parameters to confirm you are tracking your campaigns properly. If you are utilizing SKU-based commissioning, review your itemized list and confirm that these are updated and accurate. Review your terms to make sure the right commissions are tied to the right list. Review your product feed to ensure there are no errors and that your feed is successfully updating and processing daily. It's also a good idea to see if there's any optional fields in your feed that you can include going forward. A good way to optimize your feed is to provide as much detail as possible. Next, review your KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators or goals that you have for your program. If you haven't set these up, KPIs display at the top of your dashboard so that you'll always know how your program is trending towards your goals. It's so important to measure your success over peak, so be sure to update your KPIs every month to reflect the next month's goals. Next, you'll want to complete an audit of your commission structures. Make sure you have the right publishers assigned to the right payouts. If you use the grouping function, make sure your groups are up to date. If you don't typically use the scheduling feature to schedule short-term commission increases, make sure any publisher who has issued an increase has been moved back to the proper payout. The scheduling feature will make your life so much easier if you haven't used it already. Utilize dynamic commissioning tools such as new to file, exclusive coupon, basket size, and category. If you are unsure of how to configure your commission to utilize this functionality, be sure to check out my webinar on dynamic commissioning within your Knowledge Center. Next, confirm that your program is tracking properly. Our team conducts audits frequently to identify any programs that may have tracking issues, but please notify us if you believe there is an issue or if you've made any major updates to your, such as changing shopping carts. Our team will be happy to walk you through placing a test order. You'll also need to conduct an audit of your program information. Confirm that your join message is up to date. In my experience, the join message is often overlooked and many times includes inactive creative. The join message is usually your first communication with a publisher, so you want to make sure it's buttoned up. Review your terms and conditions for your program and confirm that your ship-to countries are accurate. Confirm that your contact information is up to date. Your publishers may need to reach out to you with any questions or opportunities, so make sure they can. Finally, keep an eye on the notifications area of your account. Review any pending applications, clear up transaction inquiries, and review any transaction errors. Feel free to reach out to our team if you have any questions on these. So I know that was a lot of heavy information. You can see why I thought the checklist after would be a good idea. So next up, let's take a look at some things you can do to drive success over peak. I've broken this section down to 3 key areas: best practices, optimization, and promotional planning. Let's start with best practices for recruitment. If your KPIs are focused on revenue, a good first step is to conduct a gap analysis. This is an analysis of your program's relationship status with top-performing publishers on the network. This allows you to identify any top publishers who are not joined to your program. So please feel free to reach out to your account manager or advertiser-support@pepperjamnetwork.com if you would like to have a gap completed. In addition to a gap, you can also look to find new partnerships through our new Optimizer feature located at the top of your account. Optimizer generates automated publisher recommendations based on your profile and preferences within your program to suggest publishers that are the best match. You'll also see some new insights on publishers within this tool, such as performance rating, average monthly visits, and social reach. Reach out to these publishers with a personal email to introduce your program along with some of your current promotions, and always ask for a call to discuss the partnership. Also keep in mind that certain publishers do go into code freeze during peak, so focus on recruitment for your program as soon as possible. Recruitment is a very important ongoing task, but don't forget about your current publishers. It's important to audit your joined publishers to ensure they're actively promoting your program. To conduct this audit, just export all of your joined publishers from the Manage Publishers section within your account. You want to search for your brand on all joined publisher sites to make sure they are promoting, but also to ensure they are promoting valid and current offers. Activation campaigns can be a great way to incentivize inactive publishers to start promoting your program. Offer a flat bonus or a commission increase to any publisher who becomes click or revenue active. I do also recommend setting thresholds for these campaigns, as you wouldn't want to offer a bonus that exceeds the total sales amount. And as with any campaign, it's important to track and measure the success, so don't forget about that KPI tracking feature. Increasing the percentage of click or revenue active publishers is just one of many KPIs that you can set up. Next, let's look at some communication best practices. You need to let your publishers know about your upcoming promotions, product launches, and peak shopping day details. I'd recommend sending holiday-themed newsletters to keep your publishers in the know. Set up a schedule for all of your newsletters. You can schedule your newsletters in advance in the interface, so take advantage and set these up ahead of time. Be sure to always include any relevant text links or banners that you want to highlight in the newsletter. You should also consider sending segmented communications. Your publishers don't all promote the same way, so tailor your messaging based on their promotional methods. You can create groups for your publishers within your account to send newsletters to specific groups that you created. So content publishers and bloggers always want more story-based communication, so send them gift ideas, holiday campaigns, and bestsellers. Your coupon and loyalty publishers want deals and promotions above all else, so focus on daily deals, product offers, and category discounts. Your site-wide offers and peak day promotions should be shared with all publishers. If you're not familiar with sending newsletters in our network, feel free to ask me about this after today's webinar. I did a webinar a few months back on creating effective affiliate newsletters, and I'd be happy to share this information with you. In addition to the newsletters, I do also recommend sending personal emails to your top performers. These personal emails that are sent directly to your main contacts are much less likely to get lost in the shuffle. It's helpful to create yourself a distro list so that you can communicate your holiday promotions quickly and efficiently. Last ship dates. Many of our top publishers reach out to our teams for last ship dates for our clients. Publishers love to have this information around holiday to create a sense of urgency around your offers. Send a newsletter to outline all of your shipping options and last ship dates. It's also a great idea to add some creative around last ship dates with messaging such as today only or 2-day shipping. Again, send this important info in a newsletter as well as a direct personal email to your top performers. Now let's move on to some optimization tactics. I've broken this section down by publisher type. All publishers do not promote the same way, so you should look at options to optimize for each type of publisher. For loyalty publishers, you should conduct weekly competitive analysis. Take a look at your top competitors and compare their cashback rates to your brand. Is your cashback competitive? If it isn't, you might want to consider increasing your commission for that publisher in order to increase the cashback rate. Also take note of what promotions your competitors are running. Many loyalty publishers also offer extra cashback events, and many of these require only a commission increase to participate. These events are usually promoted via newsletters to the publisher's audience and designated landing pages that are set up for all participating merchants. Optimize with coupons as well by offering vanity codes to your top publishers to track performance. Publishers love to receive vanity codes, and in some cases will offer additional exposure in exchange. Exclusives are also tremendously popular. Exclusives can be issued to specific publishers or to the affiliate channel as a whole. Exclusives can be a great way to fill in gaps in your marketing calendar. For sub-affiliate networks, offer a competitive commission rate to make sure your program is visible. BigLink and SkimLink both offer additional exposure through preferred partner programs in exchange for higher rates. Remember, this segment of publishers saw the greatest year-over-year growth in 2016. These publishers can offer exposure through collaborations, gift guides, newsletters, and blog posts. If you haven't already, be sure to reach out to sub-affiliate publishers to learn about opportunities that they can offer. And don't forget about Pepperjam's preferred publisher and clickless exclusive code. These can be great negotiating tools when discussing placement options with your publishers. If you currently do not have any solutions to address cart abandonment on your site, consider working with publishers who work to address this issue. Upsell It is offering 50% off all affiliate commissions for the first month, and Be Interactive is offering a free 1-month trial. We have a webinar this upcoming Thursday featuring Upsell It, so contact me after this webinar if you're interested in attending. These publishers can also offer unique on-site experiences, such as countdown timers for end of sale and delivery deadlines. These can be great tactics to employ for holiday. I highly recommend reaching out to these publishers to learn more about their offerings, as they're each unique. Siba is a relatively new publisher that helps advertisers to grow their brand and drive incremental revenue through social sharing. And for deal sites, let them know if you can offer best of web pricing on items, especially if you can offer this as an exclusive. You may be able to negotiate for some additional exposure in exchange. We touched on gift guides a little earlier, and I wanted to highlight this again. Create these on your site to make it easy for consumers to find the perfect gift and for publishers to know what they should feature. If you are in the fashion vertical, consider creating Shock the Look guides. Other types of advertisers can compile bestsellers or seasonal items. Landing pages for gifts under 25 or gifts under 50 are also very popular. I know I use them myself when I shop. E-gift cards are also great to promote after those last shipping deadlines have passed, so make sure you are offering commission on these if you want your publishers to promote them. And then ship to store isn't something everyone can do, but this is an option. But if this is an option you offer, be sure to confirm it supports Pepperjam tracking and that you are offering commission for this. If you are unsure, we're always happy to assist with testing so that you can have your publishers promote this. When planning your promotions, avoid using the same old offers that are valid for all of peak. Publishers look to receive new and updated offers, especially for new coupons pages. And create urgency around your offers. Offer aggressive promotions for short durations and use call to actions such as shop now within your creative. When adding your coupons, make sure you are adding both start and end dates. And if you can, create vanity or exclusive codes for coupon publishers. Use our exclusive coupon technology to provide these to your publishers. And if you're not familiar with this, be sure to check out our Knowledge Center, which can be found under Resources within your account. The Pepperjam Technology section within the Knowledge Center has information on exclusive coupon technology, as well as many of our other new attribution features that we've released this year. Also create offers around your shipping options. Free shipping is a great offer, and your publishers will want to know if this is available. You can schedule these offers ahead of time. We constantly have publishers reaching out to ask about these last ship dates, so I do also recommend adding information around last ship dates and guarantees directly to your program description, as well as your newsletters. If you're planning on doing any one-day offers, please try and inform your publishers of this ahead of time. As you know, things get really hectic during peak, so give your publishers a heads up on these about a week before the offer goes live. And run contests. Incentivizing your publishers to meet sales goals can go a long way. Offer a commission increase or a flat bonus to any publisher who meets or exceeds your sales goals. Secure featured placement. Gaining additional exposure on homepage, category, or in newsletters can definitely boost your sales, so look to participate in placements where possible. Even if you have little or no budget for placement, you can still get additional exposure with certain publishers in exchange for either a small flat fee or commission increase. So our team has compiled quite a few placement opportunities, and you can find these within the notification section of your account. Be sure to check here often, as we are continuously updating it. If you do secure placements, be sure to track your success by creating a placement tracking spreadsheet of placements for holiday. Your spreadsheet should include all details for each placement, recaps of placement performance, and screenshots. Save the tracker for the next Q4 so that you can review what worked and what didn't. And then finally, add creatives around bestsellers, featured products, and new items. This information is really valuable to publishers, especially if they are promoting gift guides. I know this has been a lot of information, so I just want to call out some key things to remember as we head into peak. Do you have your marketing calendar ready for the affiliate channel? Are you providing your publishers with insight on what to push over holidays, such as bestsellers and gift ideas? Are your creatives scheduled ahead of time with start and end dates and calls to action? Have you completed an audit? Are you talking to your publishers about opportunities? And are you communicating your promotions to your publishers and providing them with your last shipping dates? So let's take some questions. And we have a question from Travis. Any metrics or insights on service advertisers? I don't have any right now, but I will be sure to follow up with each and every one of you who attended this webinar. I'll get you answers to any questions that I don't have the answer to right now. So Travis, I'll certainly look into that and see if I can get you an answer. Okay, here's a question from Johnny. If an on-site promotion does not require a coupon, should I still create a coupon link? And my answer to that, Johnny, would be yes. Even if you don't have an actual coupon code, you can still create that offer as a coupon. Reason being is that many of our publishers do subscribe to our coupon feed, so you want to make sure that your publishers are aware of what you have to offer. And if you don't have a coupon, you can simply put NA or no code required in that coupon field. Okay, let me just review the next question. Okay, we got a question from Joel. How would approach a strategy of changing creative banners every 2 weeks and getting your publishers to upload those new banners? Well, Joel, if you just update a banner that's already active, as long as it's a banner of the same exact size, that'll already automatically update throughout the network and reflect on the publisher's site. Now, I wouldn't just change banners all the time without informing your publishers, so you'd want to have conversations about this. You know, what I would do if I was discussing this with a publisher who's going to promote my banner, I would just give them a heads up that the banner is going to change about every 2 weeks or so, just so that they're aware, because the change will reflect on their site. But if you just replace an active banner with another banner, it just automatically updates for everyone. Okay, we got a question from Martin. How important is free shipping offers during peak holiday season? Martin, I would say that's very important, very, very important. I can see if I can get some metrics on what type of offers were most popular, but I know historically the last several years free shipping was one of them right at the top. Everybody wants free shipping. You guys have a lot of questions. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got a question from Victor. Mobile is growing, but how many shoppers are sticking to their phones in Q4? Well, Victor, I think a lot of people are doing their browsing on their phones, but they're going to desktop to make the actual purchase. At least that's what we saw based on what our analytics team found year over year as far as desktop growth. I do think it's still important to push via mobile as much as possible. We actually have a whole list of publishers who have their own apps. So if you're interested in obtaining that, just reach out to me after the webinar. I'm happy to provide that. We got a question from Dirk. When you said that Singles Day is now the largest online holiday, did you just mean this in general, or is it now the biggest single day for Pepperjam? No, I meant in general, not for the network specifically. I can see if I can find the article where I found those stats. I thought it was really interesting. Okay, we got a question from Marissa. Actually, multiple questions. Thanks, Marissa. What is the promotional codes and offers threshold that is recommended? What is too many? What is more successful, public versus exclusive codes? How many and what types work best with publishers? So it's a combination of things there, Marissa. I wouldn't say there's a specific number of codes that you should look to offer, rather the quality of the offers that you do have. You know, I think we find that any offers that have shorter durations tend to work better because there's a sense of urgency around those. But I wouldn't say that there's a specific number on how many you should have. Obviously, you don't want to saturate, you know, the channel with, you know, hundreds of codes that are available all at once. That gets a little confusing. As far as what's more successful, public versus exclusive, I mean, it really depends on who you're issuing that code to. If you're giving an exclusive offer to a top performer within your program who has massive reach, that could always be considered more successful than just something that's generally available to everyone. It just depends on really what you're offering and who you're offering it to. Sorry, it's not really a concrete answer there to your question. There's just a lot of factors that can go into that. And then how many and what types work best with the publishers? I would say coupons obviously do well with coupon publishers. I mentioned before for deal sites, they're always looking for best of web pricing. You know, if you could do anything that's best of web, you know, definitely talk to the deal sites such as Flick Deals or Brad's Deals about that. Christine Horgan asked, what was the busiest over Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend in the network last year? What day was busiest? You know, I'm not sure, Christine. I'll have to do a little digging to find that out. I would assume Cyber Monday. All right, we're still getting a ton of questions coming in here. So I think some of these I don't have all the answers to right now, but like I said, I'm going to follow up with each and every one of you. I'm going to have a little takeaway package with a holiday calendar, some checklists, just some tips to be mindful of. I'm going to pull all these questions out because they're still coming in. I will pull out all these questions. I'll see what answers I can find, and I will send this to each and every one of you. My contact information is on the screen right now, so should you think of anything else, or if you want additional info or just want to speak to me, feel free to reach out anytime. We're going to continue with these webinars, so stay tuned for future invites. And be on the lookout for my follow-up. Just give me to the end of the day today because there's quite a few questions in here, and I appreciate that. Thanks so much. All right, everybody. Well, good luck during peak, and stay tuned for more information from Pepperjam. Thanks, and have a great day.